Okay, this is a video of the updated repairs I made to an Old Town Canoe. My wife found this canoe in the local newspaper, went to take a look at it, and we bought it. She bought it for me. So I had always wanted to work on a wooden canvas canoe. So it was found behind a barn. It was exposed to the elements. You can see the two ends were really pushed into the dirt, so they were starting to rot at each end. One end was worse than the other. The outside, the canvas was falling off, so I pulled it off before we drove it home, and it had some repairs from the previous time that I felt needed to be redone. But overall, I thought the canoe was in good condition and the perfect canoe for me to try to repair a wooden canvas canoe. The inside gunwale had cracked on one spot where the thwart had broken off. The middle thwart was missing, and one of the thwarts was still there but needed some works. It was the inside of the canoe that sold me. You can see it looks pretty nice. I thought it was upside down, so it was well protected. It had half ribs, and it just genuinely looked pretty nice given the price of the canoe. So I thought I would try it and give it a try as far as repairing. I put it inside the screen and porch and just let it dry out for a couple of weeks. I researched it online and confirmed it was 100 years old. It was one of the better models. It was shipped to Lake Canopy in Canopy Lake in New Hampshire. So I took it downstairs along with my other winter project canoe and started to work on it. Got a book, researched it, build a canoe stand for this particular type, which was very helpful, and started to remove the keel. The keel was in good shape. I will reuse it. I then started sanding down the gunnels and sanded off the rot of the existing gunnels where it had rotted a little bit in one or two particular spots. Finished sanding down the deck plates and removed the outer gunwale. I then repaired the inner gunwale where the thwart had cracked the woods by plugging it with a dowel and basically a plug, and rebuilt some of the thwarts using mahogany deckwood. I used the original thwart that was still there, at least I think it's the original, and used that as a template and routed and sanded and tried to get as close as possible. At that point, I'm in the process of repairing the stems. This is the bow stem. You can see that the top of the stem I need to have a replacement and scarf it in, and also replace one side of the last rib where it had cracked to the top. But the other end, the stern was okay. It just needs to have those cedar shingles, which they used instead of planking, have that pulled out and repaired with real planking. So I bought some red cedar. I ripped it down on a table saw to the right thickness, and then I'm starting the process of replacing each individual piece one at a time and just cutting them and sort of molding them in to be an exact fit, or as close to an exact fit as I can get it. At that point, I'll apply a coat of linseed oil and turpentine to give the wood some life, get some canvas, tighten the canvas on the canoe and tack it down, and then do the filler and the painting. So if all goes well, I'll have this canoe in the water pretty soon. I want to thank again my wife for putting up my house.